Guys, welcome back. It's good to have you here with us. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis.
Yep, and it is the 8th day of the GSL. Last day of the round of 64. Tomorrow we start the round of 32. So exciting. We've had another Zerg go through in OGS Senior. We have another Zerg about to try. A Zerg just fell in the last round. This is a Zerg day, man. This is actually a national holiday. Zerg day.
Happy Zerg day, everybody.
Happy Zerg day. And then only one of 3 Zergs get through, and then it's an unhappy Zerg day.
Yes. And then Zerg day is over.
Yeah.
We got a very close match coming up here. In fact, I was just talking to Spunky on our break, and he said this is probably going to be the toughest match by a lot for OGS today. Both these guys are just so good.
Yeah. HongUn Prime, a really great Protoss. Cezanne, a very good Zerg, actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this one's actually going to go down. I feel like Cezanne can take it, but it could go either way. Absolutely. I'm not even going to bet on it, Tasteless. If I was a betting man, this is one
I'm not a gambling man. I don't know who's the favorite here. It's going to be close, and I am really excited to see our maps for this lineup as well.
Yeah.
Because finally we're going to have got stat sheets all over the place. Excuse me. Finally, we're going to have I think one of the more closer matches today.
Yeah. I think this match might be extremely, extremely close.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at HongUn Prime here in a minute, I believe. Such a great player. Here he is. HongUn Prime.
HongUn Prime. He is already getting warmed up. You can see his fingers wiggling around on the keyboard right now. Protoss player. We haven't really had too much Protoss action since our first game here today.
Yeah, that's quite true. It's been a very Zerg and Terran.
It's Zerg day, man.
Happy day, yeah. Well, it's time for a Zerg vs. Protoss, a match by very much. HongUn Prime. I don't have a ton of information on this guy, but I know he's very highly ranked, a very good player.
Yeah.
Everyone in Korea actually respects him pretty well. Everyone's like, yeah, this guy's quite good. He's quite legit. So
I've never encountered this guy in the ladder, so I don't know much, but I do know that everybody says this guy's pretty sick. And by sick, I mean he does not have a temperature. I mean he is just sick good. I mean he's really, really talented.
Oh man, TLO, chickenpox.
Oh yeah, TLO. By the way, yeah guys, TLO has been sick with chickenpox.
He's going
to be fine for the match.
He's going to play with the mask on.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah, he is. Of course. It's very contagious. Of course, he's that kind of guy. And here we have OGS Cezanne, a very good Zerg player. He's been ranked very highly amongst Zergs since the beginning of the beta phase 1. He's been so overshadowed by some of these other guys, such as Xenio, such as Cool, all these other top Zergs check on the Korean ladder. So, he's overshadowed, yes, but still a very strong Zerg in his own right. Yeah,
very, very strong Zerg. I am really interested in seeing who's going to win this. It's going to be a pretty awesome TVZ. The first map's Zelnaga Caverns, by the way. For the maps they eliminated, HongUn Prime eliminated Blistering Sands and Scrap Station. Cezanne from OGS eliminated Steppes of War and Kulas Ravine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like Cezanne's choices there. Blistering Sands and Scrap Station. Okay, but that means map number 2, Tasteless. What a treat. We're going to watch Desert Oasis ZVP.
Oh my God.
Desert Oasis.
I'm going to get to cast a game on
map.
Desert Oasis.
We're definitely seeing it. Even if it's a 2-0,
no matter what, we got a Desert Oasis game.
And that's pretty wild because ZVP on that map is not really fair, man. Zerg kind of just rolls Protoss over. Almost 99.99% of Protoss is on this map. Just go Warp Gate all in. You're like, whatever. Warp Gate all in. Let's see.
It'll be interesting to see if we see that in this game up here. Desert Oasis is a map I've checked off on the maps I want to play on the ladder, so I haven't played much Desert Oasis. Zelnaga Caverns is going to be pivotal as well. Note those are both one-on-one maps, so we could see proxy gates or something crazy like that.
Warp Gate all-ins, of course, very strong in Zelnaga Caverns, and I keep saying that, but no one does it. Maybe today HongUn will be like, no, Artosis
maybe he'll make you look good.
No, it is really good here. It's like, look at how open that natural is. And he's like, this is for you, Artosis. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
But then he eliminates the Zerg, and I'm like, I didn't want you to do that. I want to return this gift. But, anyways.
It'll be cool to see him.
I can't wait to see what he does on Desert Oasis. That's what I'm
really
excited
curious.
Because everyone knows that Warp Gate All-In is coming. So people are starting to get a little bit more tricky on this map on the Korean server for VZ, but
Warp Gate All-In is just so strong.
On this map, I mean, look how far away, you know,
you have such a large
natural
concave.
and the main. Yeah, and you can come in from either direction, and they can't guard with spine crawlers because either you come in from the different direction, or you go up the ramp, or you hit the expansion. There's just, you can't make enough.
Yeah.
So it's extremely good for that, but thing is, all you have to do is Zerg is hold that, and then Protoss is dead.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, we're starting.
And we're going to start off with, HongUn.
Oh, we're going to go to the Protoss here. That intro snuck up on us.
Yes, it did. I was so busy, just describing Desert Oasis because it's interesting the ways that it shoeboxes you into certain strategies in this matchup.
Yeah.
But, this map is Zelnaga Caverns. Not really as much shoeboxing going on, Tasteless.
No, not too much shoeboxing at all. It looks like we're going to have...
Not too much boxing of shoes here.
Yeah, so that's the image I had when you said that. Protoss is going to scout right away. Now, the probe can delay the hatchery from getting planted if the Zerg is to go hatchery first, but most Zergs nowadays just going to go pool first.
Yeah.
A lot of the openers, even though this game is so similar to StarCraft 1, a lot of the openers have kind of changed. Zerg usually was going hatchery first. Now it's a lot of pool first stuff.
Yeah, you have to stop these quick rushes. And now the patch that's coming out may change that just a little bit. Slowing down Zealot build time, you may be able to sneak in some more hatch first. We've seen some Zergs just do it. They're like, whatever, I have to take this risk. And, sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't.
The probe going to edge out over here. And he's not going to let that Zerg plant until he gets chased out. Zerg probably the hardest race to kind of scout and figure out what they're doing. The Lings come out, and then they just wipe you out.
That's very true. When the Lings are out, I mean, you have to send something flying in there because you're not going to scout Zerg any other way. Everything is so quick on creep. They get that queen that it's always sitting there. Something is always sitting there ready to attack you. Very, very hard to scout Zerg in that way.
As you guys could see, he did go fast gas, so I think we could see a Warp Gate All-In.
It's definitely a possibility. Not going for any sort of silly quick gateways or forge expansions. And I like it that way, Tasteless. This is the way Protoss should play. Get those warp gates up real quick and just go pound this poor Zerg on this very hard to defend warp gate map.
Well, he wants that money, man. So much money in the prize pool here.
Blocks that hatchery. And blocking the hatchery, I tell you, Zergs want to cry over this. Pylon going up. Zerglings are out, though. And very good. Sending one to chase the probe, make sure he doesn't hide anywhere. Get the rest to make him cancel the pylon. Is he going to cancel? Yeah, he cancels that
close.
Pylon. Yeah, you got to be careful, man.
I've had moments where I'm trying to actually wait till the very last second, and I missed that. That is bad. He did delay the hatchery just a little bit. Now, as far as we could tell so far, it looks like it is going to be a warp gate all-in maneuver here.
Could be. He does have the double geyser up, and this normally means that you're getting a lot of extra gas so that you can afford more sentries. They're so mineral light, you can support that 4 warp gate going if you go, plenty of sentries, which of course are sick good in the warp gate rush. Force field is pretty good against Zerglings, man.
Yeah, force field is so strong against Zerglings. They had to nerf a force field.
Yeah.
During the beta because it was just such an insane ability. In fact, they had to nerf the sentry in general because this little guy right there was so powerful.
Yeah, man. With his snow globe, he's like shaking it up. It's like New York City in the winter.
It does look like he's got a snow globe, actually. And we have a hatchery planning over here. Now, the Protoss knows, since the Zerg hasn't expanded yet. Excuse me, right when I said that, I realized I didn't actually come in English. The Zerg knows that since the Protoss hasn't moved out at all yet, that there's something going on inside the main. Now, early on in StarCraft 2, we saw sometimes people do void ray rushes and stuff like that, but nowadays it's almost always warp gate rushes. Now, this is interesting. it's not going to be a warp gate all in. It's actually just going to be 2 warp gates and he expands. I did not expect that.
You know, it is a doable strategy. You know, you have enough. Well, hopefully he'll get a forge up. Looks like he may want to push the limits of what you can do with this race and not make any sort of forge.
Yeah, that's
with just a Zealot and 4 sentries. If this guy actually just makes a couple of rounds of speedlings, suddenly you die.
Well,
but there's
he's going to get the forge now. Oddly enough, he even gets it out here where the Zerg can see that, in fact, it's not up yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, this game is so new that the Zerg might not know that, you know, to counter that. Plus, every other Protoss player we've seen that's expanded like this expands with cannons. So
yeah.
That's a pretty smart move by our Protoss player, though. He's cutting corners there.
Yeah, you know, cutting corners can be so powerful, but risky at times as well. Now we see a ton of Zerglings like we were talking about before. Beautiful force fields into the main base. Oh, he warps in that zone. That is a huge move right there. But it's surrounded. Looks like he's going to be able to take that out and perhaps go there. Oh!
Whoa!
Good moves by HongUn Prime.
Oh, my God. Now, unfortunately, he's blocked himself off from saving these probes over here, so these Lings are going to do some serious damage. Another station, not station, force field, excuse me, over here. He's going for this Nexus. Meanwhile, more Lings over here attacking probes. So much stuff going on here at once.
Can he kill this Nexus? This is huge if he gets it. And no.
Meanwhile, he's got Lings going over for this expansion. Main base, excuse me, over here. So much action going on here. He moves it again. Nice force field. He can get the Nexus, though, from this angle. And
HongUn, man. So good force fields. And the Zerglings, are they going to get... Oh, my. This is so huge. What an exciting game. And he's going to clean up those Lings inside his main, but so many more Speedlings coming out from Cezanne.
Wow, another nice Speedling attack, and it doesn't look like these sentries have too much more energy left for force field. The Nexus is pretty low on HP. And he does try to once again go for that Nexus, but somehow our Protoss players managed to keep both of these structures alive.
Oh my, and if we look at those resources, he does have some money to hopefully build some cannons or some more units, and more Zerglings coming in, trying to get these sentries before they get more energy.
He's gonna get the Nexus!
So huge.
And
oh!
he does.
And he gets it, wow.
He moves up into the main,
This Nexus is very low as well. Oh my. If he actually gets this Nexus.
Oh my God.
That is not a good thing for HongUn.
That could be game if he gets it. It looks like the Protoss is barely going to hang on to that, but there's more Lings down here.
And he is just doing such great Zergling play here, man. And this is not so all-in as it seems. You know, he saw that, oh, he's expanding without a cannon. Okay, he's got only sentries. Now I can get up there. You know, sentries don't kill Zerglings very quick. Just great play by Cezanne. I'm completely stoked, man.
Okay, Lings move in again. Protoss has had great force fields, but
yeah,
unfortunately the Zerg has had better surrounds.
Oh! And he's got to be very careful about keeping that Nexus in Maze base alive. It's very dangerous. If he loses that, man, like no Nexuses against 2 hatches, that's not a good place to be in.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Lings moving out again. Now the Zerg can't keep going Lings. And he did manage to take out the Nexus. If he took out this Nexus, that would have been checkmate. I gotta say, this has actually been the most exciting game
of the day.
This is pretty action-packed.
This is an awesome game so far. You know, he's really walking a fine line, making so many Speedlings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's teching up a little bit. You know, he's still popping in a few drones here and there. We look at the unit tab. He has 29 drones against 34 probes, and 26 Speedlings still. So he has enough. He's not afraid of being attacked. And but you know, right now, HongUn, plenty of defense everywhere. Looks like he's totally fine right now.
Now this is a hallucinated Phoenix. Very common strategy by Protoss players to scout with a fake Phoenix. The Phoenix in general is a fast unit, so might as well scout with a fake one.
Sees that Roach Warren there.
Now this Nexus is finally completed. And finally here, the Protoss will be back on his feet economically. And you can see that already. He's making gateways.
And, you know, he is going Roaches. Right now, HongUn knows this. And, oh, look at this. Nice. Killing off these Zerglings, not losing any units. But he knows he's going roaches. He could probably use this to his advantage pretty well right now because it is 2-base versus 2-base. He took a lot of damage, but also Cezanne, he spent so much on Zerglings that HongUn, he's not completely out of this game by any means.
And as you can see here, Lings are going to go counter up here. This is pretty tight here, the Zealots and the Lings. It's the Zealots and the Cannon, excuse me. So the Lings are going to go around now. And they do escape through the bushes.
Yeah, great spatial defense here from HongUn.
Cezanne is looking like he's getting back on his feet pretty quickly here.
And look at this. Very nice harassment at the expansion. This is the type of stuff that you should be doing as a top-level player. Just harassing, picking off a probe or two here and there. Those Zerglings are worth nothing next to those probes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole game is basically centered around stopping your opponent from mining resources. It's a good way to think of it. So, so far Cezanne's done a pretty good job of that. Another fake Phoenix, poser Phoenix, out here.
Look at the way he wears his hat. I don't like that. I disagree.
You're not a real Phoenix. He's going to just do some more scouting. Now, he hasn't spotted the enormous amount of roaches that are over here.
That is quite a few roaches, and this could actually be an extremely scary attack. When you're ahead like this as Zerg, you can actually make a lot of roaches and not be punished for it that much. You need a lot of immortals to actually, stick it to the man when he has so many roaches.
All right, Stalkers are out on the map. Protoss, you can really see, he has suffered. He does have a considerable amount less units here. Okay, hold that. That he's actually... Stalkers are moving out. I didn't actually expect him to do this.
Looks like he wants to flank with some roaches coming in from behind.
He does have Blink. He could try to escape. Oh! Oh, my
Blink's,
God.
Oh, such a good move right there.
Wow.
Yeah, he loses a few Stalkers, but just a beautiful, beautiful Blink to get out of there. The roaches right now showing their super spikes, meaning that they have tunnel movement.
Super spikes.
Super spikes, man.
Right there on their back. So they
got that.
They can move underground.
Nice counterattack here.
Oh my God, it might just be too many roaches. We do have some sentries over here. We're waiting to see the force field.
Seems like he forgot about those sentries for a moment, but Stalkers do a lot of damage to roaches. So many roaches,
God.
coming from every which way. And, I don't know if he's going to hold this, man. He's going to need so many force fields.
He's bunched up into this corner. There's roaches everywhere. He's burrowed. Uh-oh. Surprise. Damn.
So nice play right there. When you're ahead, this is the type of thing you can do with roaches.
Wow. And, of course, there are more roaches on the way. He's continuing to try to warp in more Stalkers. And remember that these roaches heal while
very, very fast.
Yeah.
They get a healing upgrade underground and a second one when you upgrade tunneling claws. So it's a super good move. And look at this. There is just nothing that HongUn can do. Cezanne just putting it to him. Two great players going at it. The roaches victorious. I like that game.
That was so awesome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome game.
And I learned something with that, using the Stalkers to just rush out, because when you think about it, on a map like Zelnaga Caverns, which is pretty open, you can rush out with a few Stalkers, snipe a hatchery, and you can blink away.
Yeah.
I mean, roaches are not a fast unit, particularly fast.
It was an awesome, awesome move by HongUn. There's no question about that. But, he was too far behind. Really great, decisive play by Cezanne. That's a word I don't actually use enough with these players. That was decisive play. He decided, okay, he's expanding without a cannon. Ling time.
Yeah.
Went total Ling.
I mean, you only have a little bit of time.
You have this little time to make that
small window.
And if you make even a few more drones, suddenly your Ling attack doesn't work and you lose. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people wuss out, but he's decisive on that. And once that was all over with, he was decisively, okay, I'm going to make drones. Okay, now I'm going to go pure roach, and I'm going to get all the roach upgrades, and I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
And that is being decisive. That is great, great play.
That was that was actually the funnest game I've casted.
Yeah.
I think
that
in
was
the
the
whole
most
actually,
funnest game I've casted.
It was the most funnest, bestest game ever. No, seriously, that was just so exciting. I mean, so much action. And the Protoss was really good, man. I mean, that was
HongUn's
not like
good.
just like,
There's no question. His force fields were spot on against those Lings. anyone else would have died so quickly there. It's
That was
rare you
impressive.
see that good at force fields.
Damn.
I think this next game is going to be awesome. Desert Oasis coming up.
Desert Oasis.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. It is a Zerg favored map in this matchup.
Yeah, it is.
I think there's no question. But it looks like we're going to start.
We're starting. Let's do this. Game number 2. Here we go.